Hey, hello there. Since I started this channel, people have, you know, subscribed. Thank you very much. It helps us a lot with the algorithms. And the channel has changed. We started out by going through the apps and the preferences that were built into Haiku. That took us bit over a year, I think. Then we started going through the significant apps that were not built in, that were downloadable, installable, and already I started to work more with themes, instead of going through LibreOffice Writer by itself. It became one entry in word processing on Haiku. In between, there were specials, there were warnings of things that were happening. But recently we've developed into a different kind of format, right? And big part of that is every 2 weeks or so, I go through what's new. The deep dive into the depots, the repository roundup. I still haven't decided what I'm going to call it in the end. Doesn't really matter. All right, but I'm not even running Haiku when I make those videos because I do it from a web base. And one day that will be done on Haiku. Not quite yet. I mean, the screen capture doesn't handle sound. That's my basic problem there. Okay, so I've been doing a few other things as well, more thematic things. I'm doing an A to Z, A to Z for Americans, of available applications. I don't know, nobody remarks on it, but it's just something that I think ought to be done. So there you have it. And so I am no longer sticking to a schedule. The videos will be done when they are done. We are going to do a few more first looks as new applications come in. I do want to do more in-depth looks at existing applications, and even with old well-known entities like Styled Edit and Tracker. There are hidden depths in there that we still haven't quite discovered. So the next few months you can expect to see real clickbait titles. 10 things you never knew you could do with Styled Edit. Okay, so that's the channel. And then there is also still a website. And here we have my website. The URL is always in the notes to every video, so you should be able to find it. And this is where I put my adventures in porting apps and writing apps of my own. I do actually. I tend to write in Yab, sometimes in Bacon as well. And as you can see, there are some updates and some recent additions. So if you haven't been here, well, I've got a surprising number of programs for Haiku by now. Yeah, and please make sure you read this. That is very important. I don't go into the great detail in the code and make sure that absolutely everything works. There may be rough edges to these ports. I won't deny that. See, but the point is, it compiles, it runs, it does not break my system. So somebody with better skills than me can take this, because I've proven that it will compile. That's half the work done. And say, well, I can do this better. Which, by the way, happened to me today. Because, where is it? Hold down. By the time you see this video, this will read removed, because it is now available in Haiku Depot. Now, I don't know if somebody came across that by themselves and said, oh, that's useful, let me just compile that and package it. Or if they found it here, I have no way of knowing. But this is exactly what I hoped would happen. I can take mine down because it's now in the official repositories. And so, please, if you see anything here and you think, oh, that Michel guy, he really buggered this up. What was he thinking? Go ahead, make a better one. Maybe just increase the versioning so that mine doesn't overwrite yours. And even better, send me an email or comment on one of my videos saying, hey, I've made an official version of, let's say, Nexus Commander. And you can remove yours, please, and I will do it. So, and that is what I can tell you about my website. I won't call it a repository or a depot, because those words have specialized meanings for us, right? So I just call it my site, my collection, right? And explore it. I do have some things that you won't find anywhere else. Then, when I see that somebody else has got something that may be of interest, even if it doesn't interest me, here I will put it up and I will mark it as external site. Right? So that goes straight to your own GitHub, where you have your H packages ready to download. If you object to me giving you a little extra visibility, then, well, just let me know and I'll take it down. I'm not looking for a fight with anybody. Not usually. See, but there's no such thing as bad publicity, is there? Okay, so that is my sort of reintroduction to all the new people who have uh, subscribe to the channel and who may be wondering, what is this guy about? I'm just a guy who likes haiku. I've got some skills, not very much, but there's a few things that I do know how to do, and so I do them for fun. That's it. Thanks for watching.